welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
And Sebastian is taking the day off today. You know, rent's getting fucking hefty. Working extra hours, man. I'm telling you, putting in work. So, last week, one of the big things we talked about, or something that I spent some time talking about, was this movie that came out called The Machine. And
we all know about your recommendations for movies.
And it's Bert Kriesher, who's a comedian, and you and I talked about it. He said, well, should I watch the comedy skit first? And I thought, you know what? You probably really don't have to. I think I'm wrong. Well, and I'll tell you why. Like, the opening of the movie...
So you saw the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
The opening of the movie was him explaining, or the bit itself, and it's on the big screen. So you see him doing his bit about the Russian mafia, right? And then the rest of the movie is kind of resetting the story, and he goes back from Bert now to the guy that's playing him in college, and shows you what it was like on that train, right? You know, it's good in the fact that it goes left a lot, and what I mean by that is, you know, they reset the temperature of what a comedy should be. Like, a few movies have done that over the last few years, like Superbad.
Okay.
They reset kind of how far you could push it. And then, of course, Hangover, they pushed shit to a whole new level, right? This movie, there was a few things that were in it that did that. And Mark Hamill playing his fucking dad, you know, somebody said that there was no fucking chemistry. Well, you're not going to have chemistry with your father anyways. I think that it was a good choice. And Mark Hamill played the fucking part up like nobody's business. I think it was really well done for it being what it was. It's a comedy written a false narrative, you know, 20 years later about an adventure that really happened. And fucking hilarious, dude.
When you say they said there's no chemistry, so I take it there's bad reviews on the movie?
There's a couple. Most people really liked it, but you can't go in there thinking I'm gonna watch a gem. I'm not gonna go in there thinking I'm gonna watch fucking Oscar quality movie.
Right.
I'm going in there watching fucking Bert Kreischer, this obnoxiously loud, can barely focus comedian, play his life. And that's exactly what you got. But it lends itself to the movie. Even the stupid little shit that you catch in the background, great movie. If you have time and you just need to lose a couple hours, or you just want to go have a good chuckle, go see The Machine. It's a good movie. And I'm going to stand by it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. A good movie.
I will watch it once I can get it on my Fire Stick, or once it comes on Max, right, instead of HBO Max now.
Max is so much better than HBO Max was.
It's the same thing.
No. The layout.
It's the same.
No, it's not. The layout's different. The stuff that they have available is different. It's much better than HBO Max was. Much, but whoever they got to redesign it for them did a much better
job. All they did was take out HBO and just left it Max.
That's all they needed. Because I tell you what, I would go on there and be like, fuck, it's the same fucking movies. So then you'd leave.
It seems the same to me.
Oh, no, it's a lot better so far. I'll keep an eye on it and let you know.
Now that we're talking about that app, Max.
Okay.
Peacock. Okay. And Paramount Plus.
Yes.
I can't get those on my TV in my living room. I go searching for apps. They're not there.
Do you have Prime?
Yes.
Do you have Prime Video on your TV in the living room?
Yes.
Get it through there.
Even though I already paid for it?
Yeah, just go in and log in.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll give that a try.
that's all you got to do. Easy peasy.
But the fact still remains, why can't I get it? I know I looked it up. It says because it's an old TV.
Yeah.
But it's not that old. The picture quality is great.
How old?
Well, according to...
Is it more than 3 years old?
Yes.
It's old.
But dude, come on.
And what kind is it? Vizio?
No, it's a Samsung.
Oh, that's even worse.
No, Samsung's top of the line. What you talking about? But I read it says if you got a Samsung before 2017, you won't be able to get these apps.
Right, because what they do is like those TVs, because they're so thin, only have a certain amount of memory.
Okay.
So now you add Prime, you add Netflix, you add blah blah blah.
Okay. Well, time out. It's not even giving me the option to tell me your memory's full. You can't download it.
Right.
But here's the kicker. I was able to get HBO. I was able to get Max.
But you already had HBO Max on there, right?
Right.
So HBO Max became Max.
It's still a new app.
No, it's not. It just took over HBO Max.
So I had to go to the App Store and look it and download it.
You had to download it?
Yeah.
Shit. I came to the living room and I turned on the TV and it said, try out the new HBO Max. And it's just called Max. And it was already downloaded HBO Max, nowhere on
Really?
the TV, just the Max logo.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Because I had to do it in my bedroom as well.
I'm sorry.
Because when I went to HBO Max, it said you had to go. No, that's another Samsung actually.
You know, there's sometimes that because it's got to be something to do with the operating system. Have you updated your operating system on your TV?
It says no updates are needed. Mm-hmm. But here's another kicker. Okay, I got the new TV in the backyard, right? Much bigger. My wife wanted a bigger TV in the backyard.
Right.
And I think I said this before. I'm only willing to put back there what I'm willing to lose.
Right.
You know, not that anything's going to happen, but I'm not going to put an $800 TV hanging in the backyard.
Right.
I got a $300 TV hanging in the backyard.
Right.
So it's that brand, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but I pronounce it Hennessy. Mm-hmm. And the reason I pronounced it that because that's the one I bought my daughter, and I was like, Hennessy, she drinks Hennessy, I'm gonna get this TV.
All right.
So I watched Netflix on it. I watched Amazon Prime on it. I've watched live TV on it, via the antenna. I had DirecTV on it. No problems.
Oh, so did you buy a bunch of HD antennas?
Yes, we can get into that in a second as well.
Okay.
I go to download Max on that TV, as well as Max was the starting. All of a sudden, it's asking me to sign on Google TV or Google Playbook or something like that.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, so I do it. It asks me for my Gmail account and a password, which I have. And now it says, okay, Google's, now it's asking me, do you want this? Do you want that? I'm like, no, yes, whatever. I go, and it, no problem, sets it up, the whole shebang. I go to download Peacock, and it's telling me I can't get through the Google store.
Yeah, Google store may not carry it.
What? Why did I even have to do this thing with Google anyways? The TV was working fine before this.
Because it was probably a Google TV.
But it
works on the Google, what do you call it? So, but if it's not an app that's already on their, what comes to TV, you got to go to the Google Play Store, right?
But yes, but I don't think I had to do the Google thing. I think it came up as an option maybe, and I just said yes, being ignorant ignorant of the situation.
Right.
So now I got to reset the TV back to its original resetting or what have you.
So the HBO from Google fucked it up?
No, I just think, again, by me trying to get the Max app, I somehow must have clicked something else in regards to Google TV or Google Play or whatever it is. And I went through the motions of signing up, logging it into this TV. This is some bullshit. I just want a TV to turn it on and I'm good. I mean, I'm learning to, streaming, you got to get your certain, which app you want to use, which includes live TV.
Well, I think what you should do at this point is stop fucking with the TV. Seriously, hear me out. Stop messing with it and wait for your daughter to come and let her download all your stuff for you.
I'm smarter than my daughter when it comes to stuff like this.
Come on.
Serious.
This is her era. She knows all this crap. She knows better on her phone than you do.
Oh, yeah.
The same thing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, watch, I bet you she'll have you up and running in like no time at all. Easy peasy.
No, she's more like my wife. She just wants to turn it on and go.
All right.
It's tough. And my wife's saying, so Father's Day, you're going to get yourself a new TV for the living room? I'm like, hell no. This TV is crisp. It's clear. I'm not getting a new TV. Yes. It's legit.
Why are you only at 1080? You should be at 4K already.
Oh,
8K's coming out soon anyways.
There's really a 4K?
Yeah, that TV is 4K. LG 4K.
I don't need, no, I'm good. I'm straight right now. I think what I have to do, like you said, in regards to logging on to my Amazon account, or I got the Fire Stick that I could also log on with that.
Right. So you just gotta, what you gotta do is stop wanting it the way you want it, because it ain't motherfucking Burger King.
You know what? Exactly. My daughter said it best. She summed it up the best way. She said, when you're streaming shows, the difference between that and like a DirecTV is you got to know what you want to watch when you come into the table.
Right.
There ain't no going through a guide, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, unless you're going to go through and look at all the little pictures and figure out what it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
And it's working out so far, so I'm good.
All right. There's another movie that I watched this weekend, dude.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I got it on Vudu, and I think it's called Sisu, S-I-S-U. And it's this movie. It's like it's European, and it's set like during when Germany or whatever was running shit, or Russians or whatever. And there was a guy out in the country, and he's digging for gold, and he finds this fucking vein of gold, right? And he chips out as much of it as he can, and he puts it in his saddlebags. And he's going to take it into town to cash it out, because paper's going to be easier to carry than all that fucking gold, right?
Right.
So he throws his saddlebags on his horse. Him and his dog and his horse start on this trek to go into town to trade it in. So he's walking, and all of a sudden, he runs in to some of the Russians or whatever the enemy is, right? And they start fucking with him. And they see that he's got gold, so they try to take it. They try to take it from him. Well, he kills all four of them, right? So then the other people that were with them notice that they're not catching up. So they take the tank and they turn around and they go back to where these guys are, and they see that they're all fucked up, right? So he's riding his horse, bro. And he wasn't, I don't know if he didn't know it was a minefield. and his horse stepped on a fucking mine, and it blew the horse to shit, and it blew him off the horse, right?
Right.
And it's all downhill from there, bro. It's like Rambo from another country on steroids. And it's such a badass movie, bro. And they talk, oh, you fucked with the wrong dude, bro. That dude is so-and-so and so-and-so, and this is what he's known for. So, of course, the one guy, fuck it, I don't care, I want the gold. So he goes after it. It's about them battling to keep the gold. And it's a really good movie, dude. Really, really good.
And did you know about this movie prior to watching it?
No, I share the account. Like it's my account, but like I'll buy movies, and sometimes like movies for the kids will come up, so I'll buy them, and I tell my brother, hey, I bought this movie for the kids, or all of a sudden I get a quick pay from my brother that he bought a movie on there, and he just paid me back for it. And so he bought it, and I saw the preview for it, and I was like, that looks like a badass movie. I got a little bit of time, I'm gonna watch it. Well worth the watch. Well worth the watch. You should check it out.
Well, you asked me if I got the HD antennas.
Yeah.
I did. And the reason I did was some of the TVs, like we're watching ABC, again, for news and stuff like that, and it would freeze up sometimes.
Okay.
So I guess that paper clip I had in the back into the cable input wasn't strong enough.
Did you find it happening more when it was windy?
Really didn't notice, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You think that's another reason why I was doing it?
Yeah.
So I did buy, it's a $25 antenna kit.
Okay.
And let me tell you, those things work.
Really?
Dude, it went, when you have to scan.
Right.
The first time I did it, I think I scanned like 7 channels, which was fine. ABC, the local ABC, NBC, CBS type deal.
Right.
Dude, when I scanned with the antenna, it scanned like, I want to say like over 20, almost 30 channels.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised. And my old lady, she likes to fall asleep to Law and Order. That's her deal. I don't get it.
Okay.
But yeah, exactly. But it's kind of hard to find it. You know what I'm saying? Now that we're streaming. Well, one of the channels that I'm getting for free on the airways is called Mystery. And like this time at night when we go to sleep, they play nothing but CSI and CSI Miami. And I'm like, you're good.
The only one I like is CSI. I don't like Miami. I don't like New Orleans. I don't like any of the other ones.
You don't like David Caruso?
No.
The redhead?
No. No.
And the only reason I know that and said that is because, again, I found it, so I was actually watching it for like 5 minutes. Yeah, he's the worst. He takes off his sunglasses.
And the one-liners, they terrible in that show. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's bad.
Have you watched Fubar on Netflix?
Fubar. I don't know what that is.
So it's a show with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I haven't even seen I just seen the picture with him, yes. But no, I haven't seen it.
So he's a CIA agent. And he's been a CIA agent forever. Well, his daughter joined the CIA and he didn't know. Until they had to join forces on something. He was like, what the fuck? And so now it's him and his daughter. They have a team, and now they're both lying to his wife about what they do for a living.
I thought it was like a reality show.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not a great great fucking adventure show, but it's funny enough that it's entertaining, and the things are off enough to where it's not repetitive and funny. I think the best part of it is the true comic relief in that show is the white girl. God damn it. She's an internet star, I think. Big, heavy white girl. And Trailer Tammy? Is that who she is? I can't remember her name, but she's really good on the show, and I think she kind of evens it all out. But you should check that out if you got time and you're not looking for anything serious. That's a really good show to get watching.
Well, you know how I've told you my old lady likes scary movies,
right?
So we took you up on your recommendation of the latest Scream.
Oh, Scream 6?
6. Okay, so we started to watch it. All right. And you know how your little girlfriend from Wednesday?
Yeah.
Well, there's a killing obviously in the beginning, like there always is.
Correct.
And then she popped up in a scene. And they started talking to her about like her and her sister. And so I was like, I think we should watch the one before this because I think it has something to do with it.
Correct.
So we decided to go ahead and do that. So we watched 5. 5 was pretty good. Much better than 6.
Really?
Yeah. So I give you 2.5 stars out of 5 for that recommendation because we wouldn't have watched 5 had you not told me to watch 6. So I'll give you credit for telling me to watch 6, but 5 was much better.
I never watched 5. I watched 6 because they were blowing it up because Jenna was in it. So they had
well, she's in 5.
I didn't know.
But I guess that's before she became,
before she was fucking everyday name. Dude, can I ask you a question? So it's been a long time since you've worked like in an office, like in a corporate setting or a 4-wall job, I guess.
Okay, a white collar.
Yeah, like how long has it been?
25 years.
25 years. So, what's the right amount of time to wait? Like, let's say your boss got fired.
Okay.
What's the right amount of time to wait before you me. Throw in for their job or whatever.
I think business-wise, I would think right away. Personally wise, I would think what kind of relationship you had with that boss and why he's no longer there. Because if you're friends, it would be a little awkward for you to throw your hat in the ring, even though it is business, not friend. It has nothing to do with friendship. But I think you'd have to put your name in the ring, in the hat, as soon as possible.
Right off the bat, right?
Right off the bat.
Cool. I'm good then.
Are you going to tell us why?
Oh, because my boss got let go.
Really?
No, there's an opening, yeah. She got let go last week. I don't know exactly why or what happened or whatnot.
Last week?
Yeah.
So you should have already put your name in the hat.
Oh, I did.
Oh, good. Good for you.
But not for the whole thing. Not for her whole region. I just took like a piece of it. Because like my store and the one in Cathedral City are the only one here in town. So the company's doing this thing where they're trying to save money or whatnot. So I called the main guy and I was like, hey, I don't know if you guys ever considered this, thought about it, or I said, but this is if we're gonna keep Cathedral City open and my store open, why don't you let me run both of these stores? I said, that way you don't have to have somebody come from LA once, twice a month and do all the audits and do all that stuff and spend an hour on the road here, an hour to 2 hours on the road back. I said, I'm 8 minutes from the Cathedral City store. I'm 20 minutes from my store. Easy peasy. Knock it out and we'll get everything done. Oh man, I'm so glad that you called me about that. We hadn't even thought about that. We don't know where we're going with it yet. There's, a lot of changes that were going on that have been made. So, we'll sit down and figure it out. But I'm glad that you called me to let me know that you'd be interested in something like that. And blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I was interested in it 5 years ago when I was hired. But, I didn't say that.
But similarly, I might not be the correct person to ask that because I'm so out of touch with the way things are done today that, because I think I told you before when my daughter, her year review was coming up, she's like, I need to get a raise, I need to get a promotion. And I was like, yo, you only been there a year? She was, I work, I deserve this. That. I'm like, okay, but hey, just in case, don't get your hopes up, because that's not how things work. Well, she got that raise and that promotion after that year. I was like, oh, I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
I guess things are changing.
Well, I think, most companies go a year. And then...
For a raise, yeah.
Well, and a step up if you're...
Really?
Yeah.
When I was in the white collar industry, it was like you got a raise. The only time a promotion came up was when there was like what you're going through right now is when somebody left.
Well, and the shit part is standard was, well, we're going to give you a 3% raise.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I was making that's 12 cents. You know what I mean? Like, you're not exactly changing my lifestyle, you know what I mean? So, it's a little bit different these days.
Yeah, it is.
Very
and again, it's, she was expecting it. She was like, no. This is almost like this was going to take to make me stay. And I was like, damn, but don't get your hopes up. And sure enough.
Yeah, I think if you can argue your worth and your worth, but that's the problem with our generation. We don't know how to establish our worth and how to ask for what we feel we deserve.
You have a very good point.
Because negotiating is all about, it's not about, you don't get what you're worth, you get what you negotiate and what you're willing to ask for, what hill you're willing to die on, or how much you think you're worth.
See, but also, I feel the problem with that is kids today, when I say kids, I'm 20-year-olds and stuff, they, in my opinion, expect a lot more than what they really should be getting. I mean, you got kids working at McDonald's expecting to be able to pay for a brand new car, an apartment.
Well, but I think you're again, you're comparing apples to oranges. What your daughter does is not working at McDonald's, first of all. Second of all, she's got her certificate saying, hey, I went somewhere and I completed something. I'm knowledgeable. Give me the job and then pay me for it. So, we can sit here and say, oh yeah, they're fucking way out of line. Because when I $3.75 an hour is what I was getting when I was working at Burger King. And I worked my way up to $4.50 an hour, right? Who's paying that nowadays? Minimum wage is, $7-8.
What? Minimum wage is isn't it like 15 or 17?
It's supposed to get there, I think. I don't even know. On the fucking, what do you call it? It says the federal wage poster in the back says $7.25.
Really?
Yeah.
You might want to check the date on that.
No, I did. We just had an audit on it.
Damn.
But it's supposed to have gone up, and that's the problem. Like, there's a federal one, and then there's state ones, and that's why they're talking about, like, right now they want to drive the pay for people that work at McDonald's up to $22 an hour. Man, get the fuck out of here. What do you need $22 an hour for working at McDonald's? You know what I mean? What special skill do you have that requires you to make $22 an hour working at McDonald's?
But you see what I'm saying?
Although
it's almost like that's expected now. And not only that, what pisses me off, I know I'm acting like grandpa, get off my lawn right now, but it's like, yo, if you're at work, get off your phone.
Yeah, and lose the attitude.
Yeah. What happened to customer service these days?
Well, and you know what? And I remember hearing about this. It's had to have been about 10, 15 years now. People complaining about when people wanted customer service and you weren't giving it to them. Well, just because you want customer service doesn't mean I need to kiss your ass. The fuck you mean? My money pays for your $22 an hour. At least be kind. Your customer service is what's going to keep me coming back. And if you don't give me good customer service, me and as many people as I can get in touch are not coming here.
Yeah.
And then you ain't going to have that either. And here's my question. Tell me if I'm wrong. So if you're going to pay people $22 an hour to work at McDonald's, why are we only getting, $576 a week in unemployment? That's not even enough. That's not $22 an hour. That doesn't cover your wages.
Well, first of all, unemployment is supposed to be a percentage of your pay or of the average pay or something along those lines. It's not supposed to be 100%.
But it caps off. So anything after a certain amount, you don't get any more. You just get whatever the max is. And I think it's $574 a week or something. So that means that the people that work at McDonald's will get the same $574 as somebody that's making the same amount of money as I am if I were to lose my job.
Oh, okay. I see where you're coming from.
You see what I'm saying? And okay, so if you're going to take a job that used to be $7, you moved it up to 15. We didn't get a bump for that. Now you're gonna take them from 15 to 22, and you're gonna negate all of my work history and all the time that I've put in to give these people $22 an hour. What's my fucking incentive?
I guess that's where you negotiate your worth comes in. And you got to mention that, hey, McDonald's hiring for $22 an hour.
Right? That's a very good point.
And $22, that's In-N-Out money.
Yeah. In-N-Out's been running that game for a long time.
They've always paid very well.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And now my son, his little annual review is going to be coming up pretty soon. And he's talking the same game. Like, yo, they need to come up. And I'm like, now my tune has changed. Yes, son, they do.
Yeah. Because, now he knows what the job is. He's had some time doing it. He knows if he's proficient at it or been able to see all the other people that came in at the same time. And if he's been able to do more than the other people, ante up.
Yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen.
It's time to pay the Pied Piper.
So we went to the movies as well this weekend.
Yeah? What'd you watch?
Little Mermaid.
Come on, man. Really? You went to go watch Little Mermaid?
Yeah. Dude, my daughter was all about the Disney princesses growing up. She wore her Disney princesses shirt. It's got all the princesses on it. She rocked that.
What did you wear, Tony?
I dressed normal. I didn't wear my prince cape or anything like that. Or my king crown. My king crown.
Was it any good? Be honest.
I almost fell asleep twice. At the very beginning, I have to admit. At the beginning.
Okay. It's not a cartoon, it's a live action.
Correct. And they changed the story a little bit.
You didn't like it?
No. But again, I think... Well, no, I saw like the live action Beauty and the Beast with her, or that was one movie, and that wasn't too bad.
Hermione's fucking great.
Yeah, it was that chick from Harry Potter. Mulan, I didn't like that one.
No, even they changed the story a little bit too much for me on that one. I wanted to see the fat, skinny, short Asian guy singing like they did on the cartoon. Like that would have been great for me, right? So I think you're right. There was a little bit that was a little off.
Yeah.
I think the color in that movie was so vibrant and so beautifully done, though. it was amazing to watch it.
Little Mermaid has like friends that are like a crab and a fish.
Right.
Well, they look like real crab and fish and a seagull. And it was like...
You're talking Finding Nemo, or are you talking...
No, she had Sebastian.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember the other one's names. They legitimately look like a lobster and a fish. So it's not like cute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the cartoon, they're cute.
Right.
But this live action, they're legitimate fish.
I don't know what Disney was thinking. Did you see the video online going around making the rounds where there was I don't know where the theater was, but there was some African American women fighting in the theater while the movie was going on. And somebody said something about, don't be saying shit like that in front of my daughter. And then the other girl came back and says,
no, I didn't see that.
Holy shit, bro, crazy.
But what was kind of cute, there was a family to my left, and their little daughter was singing with Ariel, one of the songs in the beginning.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of cool. They're all into it.
Were you singing, Tony?
No.
Come on, at all?
No.
At any point?
No. There was only really one song that I even remembered. I think.
Was it the crab that speaks Jamaican?
Yeah.
Under the sea. Something like that. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
I never watched it. So.
After the movie, we went to the Mary Pickford right there in Cat City. So we wanted to grab a bite. Movie got out like at 9:30. And Ivan, if you remember, when his birthday came around, he wanted the fellas to go to this new brewery that opened called Luchador.
Okay.
It didn't pan out for whatever reason, but it's in that shop. It's in that center. And we saw it, so we actually went there. They were unfortunately closing up when we got there. Like their kitchen was already closed.
So shutting down.
Yeah, and we specifically went for food. But that place is nice.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's it?
Real nice.
To me, when you say luchador, well, that's a wrestler. So what's it look like inside? Is it wrestling themed?
No. Well, they got like masks on the wall, like pictures of wrestlers, and some of the beers have wrestling names.
Okay.
Some of the food as well. But as far as the actual facility, I shouldn't call it a facility, but it was real nice. I was really surprised that there weren't more people there, as nice as this place was.
Well, but if they were shutting down, I mean...
Well, they were shutting down the kitchen. I don't know what time the actual place closes.
So at that place, do they have like... did you guys stick around at all, or did you leave?
No, we just left.
Okay.
But like the kitchen was, the face of it was like a VW van.
Oh, nice.
Like it was attached to the wall.
Oh, nice.
If I remember right. Yeah, it was actually a really nice place.
And where's it at?
Right on the corner of 111 and Cathedral Canyon.
111 and Cathedral Canyon? Like where that Sosa's used to be at?
No, that's Ramon and Cathedral Canyon.
And you said what?
111.
Oh, so it's on the other side.
Yeah, where the theater is.
Okay. All right. Now I know where you are. Now I got you.
That's a really nice place.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm about to go check it out.
I mean, I'm not, an IPA beer drinker. Not that I'm a beer drinker really to begin with. But, dude, I'd actually go there and hang out.
IPAs, to me, when you smell them, or when you taste it, to me it tastes like what a bad smelling armpit would taste like. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I know some people are probably like, why would you think of that? But it's just what it makes me think of. Like it's just that smell, just that, I don't know, dude. Nothing like, I really believe that that's what it would taste like. Gross.
It again, you have to really be a beer, I wouldn't say lover, but to really let me get the hint of orange on that one, and just stuff like that. That's
it's
not for me.
Yeah, I don't need to do that much.
Yeah,
get me fucked up.
Yeah, I'm more like, which one tastes more like a Bud Light or a Coors Light? That's what I want.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's the lightest? What's the lightest Hefeweiser you have? Right? Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. You know what I got to drink it when I go into places like that are the I'm not gonna know what they're called. The ones that are like fruit infused, like a pear cider.
Okay.
That's fucking good, dude.
Really?
Like an apple cider. So there's not like an Angry Orchard. It'd be nice if they had one that they made themselves. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing too crazy. Like, don't give me no fucking plum blueberry bullshit. Just the nice fucking pear cider.
You know what? Angry cider.
Yeah, that would be it.
I forgot about those. Have you ever had one? I've never had one.
An Angry Orchard?
Angry Orchard, yeah.
They're good, dude.
They taste like apples?
Yes. Not overly like apples. But the hint of apple is there. And they're a little stronger than a normal beer, so you can. But the thing is that I don't necessarily think it's a beer you want to get fucking hammered on, because the last thing you want to do is have an apple hangover. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the next day, if you're not feeling well or you're throwing up and that tastes of apple, it's just gonna ruin apples for you. No more apple juice. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm good. So something happened the other day, and I'm considering it. I shouldn't even say I'm considering it. It's found a spot in my head, and I can't figure out what to do. So help me out here, Tony. I got an email about doing feet pictures for $1,000 a week. It's $4 a month, bro. That's for snapping pictures of my Flintstones. I don't even know who the fuck sent it to me, but I remember getting it. I was like, God damn, really?
So first of all, you don't know who sent it to you. You open emails that you don't know who the sender is?
It was through like Facebook. So when you go into Facebook, it tells you who the person's name is, but I don't know who the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Because you get people from all over. Like, you'll get some like people will follow me because I don't have it private, so they follow me.
Right.
And then you go in. What I do is I go in and look, and I'm like, okay, I don't know you. And I look at the picture, and I'm like, okay, bitch, you're too hot to follow me. Really, what do you want? What are you all about? So you investigate a little bit. And then sometimes you add them just because. And then sometimes you just know. Or they'll send you a message and they're like, hey, how are you? How's your day? You're like, do we know each other? No, but I saw your picture and you look like a man I would like to get to know. Oh, yeah, okay. And then it's always, oh, sorry, so where are you from? Oh, well, I'm from Las Vegas, but right now I'm in Syria for work. All right. So you go in and block them because you're like, all right, it's a bunch of bullshit, right? So, but I saw that and I was like, who the fuck's going to pay me $1,000 for pictures of my feet? But there's women out there, dude, that are making
I will agree with you.
$100,000 a month.
Oh, I didn't know that much
for pictures of their feet, dude. Now I don't know what else they're doing in the pictures. Like you can't and not just like a foot picture, like you standing there and your camera pointing down, like you know what I mean. You gotta put some work behind it to make that kind of money. Like it resting on a blanket a certain way. Like I'm assuming there's got to be some artistic value to it, right? But shit, for $1,000.
Yeah,
shot.
That is true, but I don't think I could. You got nice feet?
Fuck no. Well, I mean, my feet they're not hammered or anything like that. But the problem is I never go outside without shoes on. My feet on the bottom are so fucking soft, bro. Like, even walking on the beach is hard for me.
You see, you put all that in the description, and you're gonna get paid.
Yeah, super soft, delicate feet, unweathered.
Never touch the ground.
That's right.
Only touch the bottom of a tub.
Ooh, that's good, Tony. That's good. You didn't send me that. That was you. That's a pretty good description there, Tony. You like feet or what? What would you do if your daughter came to you and said, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to quit this job I got. I'm going to start selling pictures of my feet. I did it last month. I made 10 G's."
10? I mean, is that all she's doing? Is showing pictures of her feet?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think because the person
under a different name.
Yeah, I'm sure she wouldn't. She's not gonna put her name. You know what I mean?
But 10 G's, that's
good money, right?
Yes, it is.
I mean, you sell your feet, pictures of your feet for a couple of 4 or 5 years while you're young. You'll never have to work a day in your life.
Yo, did we ever talk about the chick from one of those 90-day fiance shows? Selling her farts?
Oh, yeah.
Dog. And she was getting paid.
Yup.
Just fart in a jar and close the lid real fast.
And well, there was a girl that was selling her panties. Right? The guys were paying huge bucks for her panties. Right? But how dumb can you be? She just going to Victoria's Secret, buying a whole bunch of panties and just send them out. Like, probably never even put them on, nothing. Rubbed them in her armpit, send them out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you know how you just asked me if I like feet?
Yeah.
You like armpits, kid? Because this is the second time you mentioned it.
Nah, but armpits smell like a lot of areas on the body. You know what I'm saying?
You know that chick that was selling her farts?
Yeah.
Apparently she was eating like foods that would produce a lot of gas.
Yeah, I read about that.
And she got jacked up.
Yeah, it fucked her stomach up or something, right?
Yeah.
Because she was eating beans like 3 times.
Yeah, something like that.
I'd be afraid to do some shit like that. Send somebody a jar and kill them. Open that jar, take a big whiff, or they'll open up the jar while they're smoking a cigarette. Boom! Yeah, holy shit. Woo! Bingo. Did you sell somebody a jar of fart? Huh? What do you mean? That's fucking crazy. And you know what's funny, Tony? Is when we were growing up, that shit never would have. Whoever would have, hey, dude, I'm gonna put an ad in the newspaper. I'm gonna sell my farts.
Could you imagine we were in our 20s and said something like that? It's crazy.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? It's so funny. It's so funny how different we as men would do it as opposed to how she's doing it. Like, she's probably, ate alone, was in her apartment and fucking canning farts. You know what I mean? We'd be hanging out somewhere with a backpack full of fucking jars. Oh, I got one coming, dude. Hold the jar. Right? And your buddies are all standing behind you with jars trying to catch every bit of it to make some fucking money.
I'm not going to name names, but when we were in mid to late teens, somebody I knew was always gassy.
Okay.
And he tried putting a lighter and it worked. Dead ass, yeah. He laid on his back. He felt one coming. He laid on his back. He lit a lighter. It was just a quick, quick flame, but it did shoot out.
Now listen, don't try that at home, and don't ever do it naked.
Yeah, he had his underwear on.
Did you ever hear that story? This dude, he was known for doing that. But this time, he fucking pulled his pants down, lit the fire, and it was a little backdraft. So when he farted, it pulled back in. It lit his intestines.
No.
Yeah, it blew up inside him. And he had to go to the hospital and shit. His insides were all fucked up from blowing up his...
Really?
Yeah. Gotta... Man, I'm telling you. Nothing's safe, bro. You want to make fucking money, especially with our dumbasses growing up, nothing was safe to make money. You know what I mean? Because you had to go... You felt like you had to go to the extreme to do that shit. Could you imagine how do you go, hey, Mom, I'm in the hospital. I farted and it lit on fire and now my stomach exploded.
Well, I mean, do you see... I read or hear about these TikTok challenges that these kids are doing, killing themselves, going into comas over some stupid shit.
Yeah. Or like those people that want to get selfies while they're hanging off of
bro.
high places.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I get queasy looking at where they're hanging from while they're trying to, like, my legs get I get cold chills. Like, fuck that, bro. You couldn't get me to hold on with one hand and take a picture. It's just not gonna happen. There's no fucking way.
And how dumb do you have to be to do that Tide Pod?
Oh yeah,
dude. You're gonna stick a Tide Pod in your mouth and start chewing on it. I mean, what is the point in something like that?
I don't even know how it started or why they were doing it.
Dude, that makes absolutely no sense.
So, yeah, there's so many different dumb challenges. Even just people doing dumb shit on there. I guess there was a guy. He's an influencer. He's an Asian cook, and he had some sort of crazy Asian drink, some kind of wine or sake or whatever, rice wine or whatever. Well, he pounded a bottle, and I guess he had pounded too many and died. Alcohol poisoning. And people were like, yeah, he kept drinking. He was already sauced up, but he kept going. Yeah, because you kept watching. You know what I mean? That's what the whole point is, right? I'm gonna give, you're doing it live because you want people to stream and you want people to come on live. The more people you have, the more money you make, the more blah 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 you generate, viral, whatever, whatnot. So yeah, if he thinks you're having fun watching him get foobarred, he's gonna keep going and not stop to realize, okay, this could be bad, okay. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, dude?
What?
Oh, my sister texted me something. I couldn't read it.
Let me ask you a question.
What's that?
I read a news story about these two roommates, older dudes. Well, I shouldn't even say older, probably our age now that I think about it. They're roommates.
Okay.
And one of the roommates ate the last Hot Pocket.
Ooh.
And the other roommate got so pissed off that he shot him in the ass.
Like what?
They got, with a gun. I think maybe they were arguing and the dude, they started fighting and the roommate that ate the Hot Pocket tried to get away. And old boy got his gun and shot him right in the ass.
Was it a BB gun or a gun?
I want to say it was a gun because they didn't say anything about a BB gun or a pellet gun.
Some people just shouldn't have guns.
So, since this is a bachelor pad you got up in here, do you guys have certain rules in regards to food?
Not really. Like, the good part about it is Milo really doesn't like anything that we eat. Like, me and Sebastian eat along the same lines. But I don't, whatever's there. Whatever's there is that, they can have whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, if it's not there anymore.
Back in my household, we have what we call the 48-hour rule.
Okay.
Like, if I brought something home and like a leftover or what have you to eat at another time. If it's been in there for 2 days, that means you really didn't want it that bad. So if
So somebody else is going to eat it after 2 days of it being in the fridge and it's all dry and nasty. Go ahead.
It worked out great though. It was like 48 hours. I mean, if you wanted it, just go get another one, I guess.
My household don't come home with leftovers.
Really?
Yeah. You eat it while you're there. I pay good money for that. Eat that shit. And half the time they'll bring shit home, or we'll bring shit home if we ever do. It just sits there.
So like, you don't go to the grocery store and buy something, and you have to put a Post-it on it in the refrigerator. This is Dad's. Don't touch.
No, I'm not like that. If they want something, they can have it. If it's all gone, we'll fuck up.
When my wife was pregnant with our first kid, with my daughter, she makes biscuits and gravy.
Okay.
And she had made it once, many times, but this one particular time, and there's always leftovers because when you make the biscuits, it's a bunch.
Right.
So I actually, when she was home from work, because of the pregnancy, obviously I was still going to work. So one day I ate it, the last of it. Yeah. She brings it up every so often. She'll be like, you remember those biscuits and gravy? I mean, it was one of those things that she wanted it when she got up and it was gone. And, dude, Did
she call you? Where my biscuits and gravy went?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I had a cell phone at that point in time. You got to figure this is 1998. I mean, I think cell phones were just coming out. So I can't tell you if she called me or not, but definitely by the time I got home.
Oh, she had sat and on it and argued with you like 18 different ways.
She was heated, kid.
Let me ask you a question. So this was when she was pregnant with your son?
My daughter.
Your daughter. But by then, you guys had been together for years already anyways, right?
Yeah.
So you guys were kind of in sync with each other. Was there any time when you were like away from her and this had happened that you knew, like, looking around like, oh, something doesn't feel right? Whatever. And then when you got home, you were like, fuck, that's what happened.
Not that I can remember. No.
So you guys aren't like
telepathically could feel something?
Kind of like sync like that, like, there's a disturbance in the force, like.
No, but I mean, there are times when if I know something's, like if I did something wrong, right. When I say wrong, it's like if I shove my clothes in the drawer without like folding it properly,
right?
I'll know when she sees it, she's gonna get pissed. But I still leave it like that. No, well, she does the laundry. She puts clothes and stuff away. Like if I pull out a shirt and I decide not to wear it, and I put it back, I don't like fold it back up and put it back in.
Put it in there.
Yeah, I just shove it in there and close the drawer. So it's one of those things that I know she's gonna say something about that because I just know how she is.
You just gotta learn. You just gotta flip it on her, Tony.
Oh. Careful. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Because you just said, well, she's the one that does all the laundry, right? Well, I didn't want you to have to refold it, so I just put it back in there. If you want to leave it out, you can fold it, put it back wherever you want. And walk away. Because what's going to happen is her chin's going to drop like, oh, no, you didn't. And that's your escape time. And then you just walk away. Now, if she's real mad, she's going to come after you. You got to be prepared. But if not, you just walk away. Just drop it and walk away. All you got to do. Be cool. And then she'll be like, oh my God, he was doing me a favor. How sweet. I love him.
Did you ever have you've had roommates though, right? Before you got married and all that kind of good stuff? You've never had a roommate?
Yeah, we had once. But we never had food at the house. We'd go either this.
Well, that's the whole point of the Post-its though, because when you don't have food at the house and you do have something, it's like, don't eat this.
You put that shit in your room.
In In your room?
Yeah. Dude, I had a big room with a fucking blow-up mattress. I had plenty of room for a bag of chips.
Well, I'm not talking about necessarily a bag of chips, but you make a McDonald's run and you got shit left over.
Tony, how often have you eaten McDonald's and had leftover?
Dog,
Look at me. Look at me.
Dude, when I was in my 20s, I think we've spoken about this before. McDonald's used to have 25-cent hamburger night. Dog, we go in there with $10 and get like 20 burgers, bunch of fries, and that'll last us at least 3 or 4 days.
I don't think I was like that. I think because there was a time and it was when that shit was going on. It was me, and for the life of me, I can't remember this guy's real name, but I gave him the name Toucan, and it stuck. So we always called him Took, right? It was me, Took, and Steve, and we lived at my parents' old house. And we used to put money together and go down. We'd get like fucking 20 burgers a piece or whatever, and we would just throw them in the freezer, and whoever ate them. Like, we'd have people come over, and instead of going to McDonald's to get fresh, we'd like, fucking got it right there, and heat them up that way. I didn't give a shit. It was communal. Everybody was fucking chipping in, getting fucking hammered. And
don't get me wrong, I understand that, but when there's a specialty item, never.
I never did specialty items back then. It was, if we had food, we ate, and if I ate, everybody ate. And the same with, like, if we did carne asada, whatever was there, like if I bought a certain amount and extra people came, we just cut it up extra small, and everybody ate. I wasn't like that. And I didn't have enough to buy anything special or anything that was like, ooh, I got me a treat. And if I did, I'd leave the house and go get the treat and eat it before I got back. Like, it was just
candy bar, nothing. Ice cream bar.
You know what's funny is I didn't eat candy or ice cream when I was in my 20s. I just didn't. Like, like it didn't draw my attention. I just didn't care for it. It wasn't until I married their mom, because I don't like I would much rather have a nice hearty breakfast, bacon, eggs, potatoes, beans, tortillas, like a full-on fucking raw breakfast, right? Like fucking man food, right? And she'd be like, oh my God, I made cinnamon rolls, and I went and I got donuts, and I don't like the sweet shit that early, especially because I wake up and I would eat it, and I wasn't accustomed to eating breakfast, and then within a couple of hours eating again, right?
Right.
I was like, you eat fucking breakfast and make that shit last you till you get home. It's usually how we did it, you know what I mean? So when I was married with her, I would eat, donuts with 2 hours, and I'm fucking shaky. Like, my sugar's dropping. Like, I'm like, fuck, I need something. I need an orange. I need a candy. I need something sweet. And so then I kind of got into that habit. And then after dinner, she would always she'd make a pie. She'd make fucking cheesecake. She'd make fucking some sort of pastry that went with after dinner. But the problem was everything that she made for dinner had milk in it. So I'd be finished eating dinner, I'd go upstairs, run to the fucking bathroom, and have to come downstairs and have the pastry just to refill, because I just emptied it all out. You know what I mean? So I got used to having something sweet after dinner, and after a while it just became just a habit. If I need something sweet, I need something sweet. Kind of like what I like now. There'll be times where, I'll come home and I'll make dinner or whatever. We don't have anything sweet in the house, and Sebastian will be like, "Hey, you want something sweet?" Yeah. All right. So you want donuts? You want Hostess? What do you want? And we'll just order something from one of the little, stores or whatever. which is really a bad habit. I think that's really stupid. We need to stop that. We haven't done that in a while, so we need to make sure that we continue on.
Well,
that.
I'll tell you what. I think I'm finally becoming an old person because, like, my taste buds are starting to change real bad. And
so you're going to eat even less adventurous.
no, I think I'm eating because, like, in regards to fast food.
Okay.
I'm really starting not to like it at all. Like I've given up McDonald's, Carl's Jr. I mean, I still, I still like the In-N-Out,
Right.
and let's say Jersey Mike's.
Well, you are old, bro.
But McDonald's and Del Taco and Carl's, I'm done.
You said the In-N-Out. I like it, the In-N-Out and the Jersey Mike's. That's kind of funny. I don't like Jersey Mike's.
Really?
Yeah, there's something funny in that taste.
You're tripping. They got a good steak sandwich. But back to
Carl Jr. and all that.
yeah, it's just I'm kind of done with it.
Too greasy, probably.
I don't know.
It could be that. But I'm the same way. Like, I don't like. We order it late at night because that's what's available. It's just easy. We've been at it all day. Let's just get that and we'll fucking eat, go to bed. I would much rather, if I had the energy, I'd come home and make something. But my problem is I don't think about it, so I don't pull anything out of the freezer. So I come home, there's nothing that's fucking thought out for me to cook, right? And then after a while, it's like, fuck, well, what do I cook? I can only make this so many times. I can only make this so many times. Like the other day, I came home and I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to order food. And there's no fucking eggs. God damn it. So I made me some beans and bacon, and I've had some fucking bacon bean burritos.
For what?
For dinner.
Come on, man.
What's wrong with that?
Take something out.
Beans are good for you, bro.
They make you fart.
It's all fucking fiber. You know what, though? There's these beans. Listen up, people. Very important. These beans. They're Peruvian beans. So they're like a white color. They have about the same amount of fiber as beans and the same nutrients, but they're not gassy. They won't make you gassy. So you won't feel all bloated. Good shit, dude. Really, really good. I know you don't like it.
Yeah.
Shit's bomb, dude. I'm telling you. So, have you tried anything new lately? I know that you were on a slight adventure there for a while of trying things.
This is a big move for me.
Okay.
I understand it's not going to be that much of a big deal for you and the listeners, but it's a big deal for me.
Okay.
I went to lunch with my mother on Saturday.
Okay.
I went to a diner, and I got a steak sandwich.
Which diner did you go to?
It's called Keaty's in Palm Desert. It's like a 50s diner.
Okay.
I took my mom there because that's her era.
Right.
She said fries or salad, and I went with the salad.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what? It was actually pretty good.
No, so it was a house salad. So just lettuce, tomato, onions, right?
Lettuce, cucumber, maybe spinach. It was pretty much just green, except for a little bit of carrots.
Excuse me. I like spinach salads.
Yeah, spinach is good.
I would much rather have that than fancy fucking lettuce.
And here's the kicker. When I ordered my steak sandwich, I told her no tomato. And then when I said the salad with a side of ranch, when she brought me the salad, she says, I made sure not to put any tomatoes in it.
Oh, nice.
I was like, wow, okay.
Now that's customer fucking service.
Yeah.
Why can't everybody fucking... You know what I mean? I bet you more fucking people worked on tips.
You got a point.
This shit would change. Assholes be gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these young kids are coming up, or all these guys that have been there forever, that are watching kids making money on TikTok, and the kids that are there are mad because they ain't making money on fucking TikTok, don't want to be there. Like, but I tell you what, dude, look at this. The other day, okay, so you're gonna be fucking proud of me, okay? And I want to fucking hear.
Hold on a second. You didn't say you're proud of me for ordering a salad?
Well, because I was gonna end it like when.
No,
you told me
first
when
give me my props first.
You were proud of me. I was gonna tell you. Now you fucking ruined it all. I was gonna make a big production of it, and just like you always do, you ruined.
No, you just want your flowers now. Give me mine first.
I don't know how you've been married this long.
Shit.
No, hey, you know what? No, that is good that you did that. So I made this nasty face. No, but that is. I mean, but. You're right. That for us, that's not really that big of a ooh, fuck, you had a salad. But yeah, for you, that's what. Did you eat it all?
Yep.
And you liked it? Did it have croutons?
No. And it would have been bomb if it did.
Right? You should have some dry bread. Can you make some toast and cut it up into little squares for me? So you're gonna be really proud of me, okay? So remember I told you that I was gonna buy a washer and dryer.
Yes.
And I had tried to do it at one point, but it didn't work out with the company that I was going through, and I was just fucking done. So I've been using my brother's washer, and it's starting to make a funny noise. It's a front load washer, so there's so much fucking maintenance. Like you can't close it. You gotta wipe down the fucking rubber. There's this little door on the bottom. It's a little trap door that you gotta open and let all the water that's at the bottom of the tub out like once a month so that it doesn't stink. It's all this extra fuck. Dude, I want to be able to wash my fucking clothes and dry it, put it away, and do it again in 3 days, right? So, and it's starting to make a little bit of a noise, so I was just like, well, fuck it, we're gonna go get new ones. So, I looked online, and I found this set at Best Buy. It was a Samsung set. They were black, they looked fucking dope, right? Hold on. They looked really, really nice. Fancy as shit, fucking Wi-Fi. It had this, it had that.
Oh, God.
It had a thing where you could actually wash your hands in the, what do you call it? They were like $1,800. I was like, all right, cool. Well, that's what I'm gonna go with. So I go to Best Buy, and I walk in, and on top of the one I'm looking at, they had a sign that said $100 off. I was like, oh, that's cool. But I had a couple of seconds and I'm looking around. They had a white set, and it was still the 5 cubic foot washing tub and a 7 cubic foot dryer, right? So I thought, okay, well that's plenty big. That's exactly what I want. It doesn't have fucking Wi-Fi. It's not okay. Perfect. They were $300 less. So when the guy came, I said, hey, I was looking at the black ones, but let me ask you, if I get the white ones, do you still get that extra $100 off? He said, yeah, I think, yeah, because they're Samsung, right? Yeah. He says, yeah, as long as you buy the washer and dryer together, you get the promotion, the extra $100. Cool, I'll take the white ones. So I bought the ones that were cheaper. I bought the top loader. He said, would you like it with an agitator or without? I was like, well, I said, I used to sell these. So does it throw the water in from the bottom or the top? I said, because there was some that squirted the water in from the bottom, and not all the clothes seemed to get wet. Like, they never seemed like they were actually washing the clothes. He said, no, this throws the water in from the top, and it has a sensor to figure out how much weight is in there to know how much water to put in the system. You see, so a normal washer, like 50 gallons of water, you're probably doing like 20, 25 on these. All right. Then I don't need an agitator because they say that wears down the clothes faster. I'll take it without the agitator. They're being delivered on the 1st. And I saved, because I took the ones that were $300 cheaper. I got the extra $100 off. And I got a $50 gift card. So I saved a total of $450 on my washer and dryers.
You still pay too much money.
Get the fuck out. Just because I don't want to buy a roper that has
Dog.
that has the setting
$400 each. You should have walked out there paying less than $1,000,
bro,
for a washer and dryer.
No.
You just got. Did you hear yourself earlier describing the washer and dryer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's black. Oh, it's.
But I didn't get those.
It's a washer and dryer, kid. Washer.
I got the white ones, and they're not Wi-Fi. There's nothing super fancy about them. They're just they're bigger than the smaller conventional ones.
Get the smaller conventional ones.
No. Still, I do something fucking nice, and you
didn't do shit but spend too much money.
And still can't say, hey, great job.
And you didn't get the agitator.
I'm glad to see that.
Let me put it.
You know what?
You're not gonna.
You're agitator enough.
You didn't get the agitator because you think it's gonna wear down your clothes. Man, please.
It will.
No, it won't.
Yes, it does.
It does not. All it does is shake.
No,
it goes back and forth, left and right.
No, it beats it up. And
You're tripping. You should have spent less than $1,000 walking out of that store.
This fool this shit.
Man.
Bullshit. Are
you putting them in your living room?
Fuck, I'm putting them in my living room.
Okay, exactly. So what do you care what they look like?
I don't. I bought the fucking white ones. What are you fucking whining about?
Fuck, what brand were they?
Samsung.
Kenmore. Maytag.
That's what I had before. Oh no, Samsung's great. It's my TV. I figured.
It's good for TVs. It's good for electronics, not for damn washer and dryer.
Get fucking Peacocker.
That was a low blow.
Paramount Plus. Bet you if I'd have got my motherfucking Samsung with a Wi-Fi, I could have gotten that shit. Come on, bitch. Yeah, well, fuck you. I did good. How about that?
Well, if you're happy, I'm happy, but
that's all that matters.
You still could have saved a little bit.
Yeah, I could have, but I'm not going to go as cheap as that. I'm not.
So what are you doing? Oh, what you have now still works?
Yeah, so I'm gonna sell my brother's, and then the old washer and dryer I'm gonna give to my nephew who lives down the street. They were looking for a set. I guess they have a janky put together set for their clothes, and then they have an even jankier set because they have like 4 dogs or some shit, so they have a washer and dryer separate for the dogs. I'm telling you, I don't get it. I don't get it, Tony.
I mean, my wife, she'll take the dogs' blankets to the laundromat to wash them, so I kind of get it.
So same shit then. Yeah.
But I mean, we're not gonna have an extra washer and dryer just for the dogs.
Yeah, because she don't wash them that often, does she?
No.
And does she just take them and wash them there and then dry them at home?
No, she'll just wash them. Yeah.
That's great. I don't see your wife going to a fucking laundromat and hanging out while that shit washes and dries.
Why?
Because it's a laundromat.
I mean, again, it doesn't happen often.
Like we've gone. I've never gone as an adult myself. And I used to fucking hate when I lived in an apartment complex and having to, there's no washers. Fucking, we gotta wait.
Even that are owned by the complex or on the complex grounds? Yeah.
Yeah. You got their own fucking washer dryer room or whatever.
Yeah, the only apartment building we lived in as adults, it was only a 6-unit.
Oh, okay.
So there was a washer and dryer there. You know, you pay, 75 cents a load or whatever. And it was never a problem.
Now it's like $3 a load or some shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking expensive, dude.
And you can just swipe your card.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're probably gonna do the ones where you just tap it now.
Probably.
Too, right?
Yeah, my daughter has to go deal with that in her building.
Oh,
she has to go downstairs. My son, luckily, his previous apartment and this new one, he's got his own washer and dryer in the apartment.
Really?
Yeah. That's a trip.
Wow. I was like that in Albuquerque, when I had an apartment out there, it had its own washer dryer.
So, back up real quick. You've never really had roommates? You've always lived by yourself?
Yeah.
You could afford that?
Well, like when because when I lived here, I didn't pay any rent. I just had to pay the water bill and the trash, the electricity. And half the time I didn't have to pay that because mom and dad were paying for it because they wanted to make sure the shit stayed on, you know?
Right.
And then when I left here, I went to Albuquerque. Probably 6 months with this dude and his old lady.
I remember that, yeah.
And then I went and stayed with another dude and his old lady. And I was there less than 3 months. And then I got an apartment with the dude that I was on the air with, and we were there maybe 5 months. So maybe like in total a couple of years where I was. But after that, when I came to California and I went to Bakersfield, I had my own apartment. And then I got together with their mom. And from the night we went out till the time we divorced, we were together. So I stayed in her apartment, which her parents were paying for a while until I moved in. Then I paid, and then we went to Phoenix and we rented a house there. The longest time that I've had with a roommate was my sister, and that was up in the Bay Area. And that was 9 years. And that was tough. That was very, very, very tough. I shouldn't say it like that. Like, for me, it was easy. We have a certain level of respect for each other, and we get along okay. But there was just times where my sister's got a very strong personality, and she worked. She was working at the police department at the time, so she'd work, 16 hours a day sometimes. And then she'd come home and she'd do homework because she was going to school too. So she'd do that, sleep hour and a half, 2 hours, get up, go back to work, do it again. And she was just constantly on the fucking grind. So she was constantly in a bad mood for the most part. She did her best to hide it, but you can only do it for so long. So I'd come in and you could feel like the room would be heavy. I would say, hey, how's it going? You doing okay? Straight to my room.
Right.
I spent most of those, a lot of the time up there in my room, just so that I wouldn't have any issues or anything like that with her. But we got along because we would always go out to dinner, or friends would want us to go there, or we'd go do a wine tasting here, or go do that there. One of the funniest things I remember, she said, hey, one of our friends is opening, she has a wine company, or like a wine bar, and they're doing like a wine tasting for the police department. You want to go? Let's go. So, or something like that. It was a wine tasting for somebody, but yeah, let's go. Fuck it, I don't care. I don't really like wine, but okay. Because I don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so like, it was like the last thing I ever thought I'd ever want to drink or educate myself on, right? Because I always thought, like, I'm not French, I don't eat fucking wine, right? So we go. And first of all, the lady that owned that place was fucking hot.
Oh, God, here we go.
But anyways, we go, and my sister walks me up to the bar, and she was with her friend Cassandra. Now, Cassandra's a really, really nice lady. She's an African-American woman, but she got that little ghetto to her. And when she hangs out with people that got a little bit of ghetto, she likes to we play off of that, right? So we're at the fucking counter, and my sister said, oh, we'll try a cab. I think you'll really like it. You'll taste this, you'll taste that, and you'll probably get it. It probably has a hint of this or that. And I was like, all right. So she said, get him a cab. So I get it, and I drank it, and I fucking... What the fuck is that? To me, it tasted, the way I described it, was dirt cotton candy. Because it hits your tongue, it evaporates, and you're just left with the taste of dirt. Was my experience with the cab at first, right? So I was like, oh man, that's terrible. And the bartender was talking to me and he was all like, well, do you like sweeter stuff? And I was like, yeah. I said, but I'm not used to drinking, warm or lukewarm. Maybe you put some ice in it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Bro, the fucking room got silent. And Cassandra goes, the fuck you mean put ice in your wine? I was like, oh shit. Here we go. He says, yeah, bro, you can't put ice in wine. So you got a fucking beer back there, bro? He says, I don't. He says, but I got something for you. You're gonna love this. All right. So he says, I made it earlier today. I haven't brought it out yet. Let me go grab it. So he comes back out with this fucking jug, bro. And, it's a pitcher with the little spout on the bottom of the jug, right? And it's a sangria. And he said, I mixed it today. It's got a little bit of this, got a little bit of that. All the fruit pieces are in there. And he fucking pours me this drink, bro. And it's ice cold. And I fucking took a drink and I was like, that's the shit, bro. I must have had, 8 glasses of that shit before we left. I was so fucking tossed, bro. By the time we left, we were all fucking giggles. Like, I had gone up there and I'm drinking and they're playing music and I'm out there fucking dancing. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What the hell's going on here? But I drank, and then somebody that was there, one of our friends was there, and he's like, hey dude, I'm gonna buy you a bottle. He says, but you can't open it until you get lucky. He said, so that way you can pour something for this girl that you bring over, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, cool. So it was a $180 bottle of fucking wine that he bought me. But it was fucking bomb, dude. Like it was sweet. It was like a rosé. It was sweet. It was nice. He said that one you can chill. Just keep it in the fridge, and when you can leave it in there as long as you need, whatnot. Cool. This shit was fucking bomb, dude. Really, really good. I still have the bottle.
One time I went wine tasting, and I don't like cabs because of the room temperature.
Right.
And not that I like wine anyways, but I always kick myself in the butt because there was one time we went and it was a wine that I had and it was really good. It was probably a Riesling.
Right.
And,
Riesling's white, right?
Yeah. But it was good. I'm talking it was real good.
Really?
And I should have bought a bottle.
And
I kick myself in the butt every time for not.
I never understood. You got to pair it with the right food for it to be blah 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 blah. I was like, whatever. So I came home one day. I said, that's why I like fucking Coke. Coke goes good with fucking whatever you lay down. Whatever you put it next to, it's gonna go with whatever. So I had come home one day and my sister had made what's it called, a caprese salad. Which is like chunks of
cheese.
Yeah, it's the mozzarella cheese with tomatoes and basil and the balsamic
and
all that. You don't like that?
No.
Bro. She gave me some of that and some French bread with butter and garlic and shit, right? And this glass of wine. She had opened up this bottle of wine. And she said, try it, eat that, and then try the wine. Bro, it was a cab. And I ate it, and I started drinking the wine. The wine was fucking sweet. It tasted fucking good, dude. So I'm sitting there, and I fucking ate the salad. I went and I got me more, and she bought the real good cheese, so it didn't bother my tummy or nothing. But I drank another glass of that fucking wine, bro. 2 glasses, and I was like, "You're onto something here." Like I'm feeling pretty fucking good. But like wine's like it's almost too adult for me. Like it's too. I don't know, like you gotta put on a certain air to sit with a glass of wine, and it could be because growing up, the only wine I ever saw was in a bag.
Right.
You know what I mean? The guy drank it out of a fucking bottle while it was still in the. Matter of fact, when we lived over here, my dad had the interior redone on his truck, and the guy that did it, his name was Willie. And an African American dude. My dad, I don't know how the fuck he knew him or where he found this guy. But he would, hey Willie, go ahead. I got your bottle inside. When halfway through the day, I'll let you have it. That way, by the time you're done, you'll have a good buzz on and you're not drunk on my interior. Boy, that boy his face would light up. My dad would come out and it's still in the bag, and he'd pop it open and bam, and he'd put it down. He'd start fucking jamming, bro. He'd just get into it. And interior work was really good, but all the time, that's all I ever remember. And anytime anybody said wine, it was Thunderbird there, and then once high school, it was Boone's Farm, right? There was another one that my dad said he used to drink when they were growing up. I don't remember which one it was, but my dad used to. He didn't like wine, but he liked to drink really hard shit growing up. But yeah, I don't ever remember. Wine was either on TV with really rich, snobby people, and they were all sitting around in this fancy-looking house with fancy-looking clothes, you know what I mean, drinking wine. And it was that, or it was a black dude doing my dad's interior out in the hot sun with his wine bottle in a bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those bottles were the Mad Dog 2020s.
Oh yeah,
the
Thunderbird. There was one called Mufasa. There was a lot of different.
Yeah.
And then they went to, remember when they started making wine coolers?
Oh yeah.
Whew. Boy, there were so many, man.
Barrows and James.
Oh yeah, Barrows and James, yeah. There was so many girls that would get drunk off of one bottle of wine coolers.
My old lady used to throw down on some wine coolers. Get a 4-pack.
Yup.
Over with. And remember Zima?
Zima, yeah, it was like the squirt of beer. Or the Sprite, right?
Yeah, it was clear. Yeah.
And the bottle looked like a chandelier.
That's the thing. I think the bottle is what really made the sale for it.
Yeah, I think that made you feel like, because we were young and we wanted to be, and it made you feel upscale, like you were an adult with that bottle, right? Like, what's up? Drinking Zima, baby. What's up? God damn.
I remember, I don't know if I ever told this story when I got drunk off of Cisco.
Ooh.
I went with Rick Henson and this other dude. I don't remember the other dude's name. We went to LA just to go mess around for the day.
Oh, they left you behind, right?
They tried, yeah. They tried to, because I guess I was talking shit off. I was, I was talking trash from the back seat, and I passed out. I guess I remember them tugging on me, but I don't remember exactly what it was. They were telling me they were going to throw me out of the car and just leave me there.
Fuck. What would you have done if they would have done that? Would you have been okay with it? Like, laughed it off and been...
Hell no. I would have been in LA, kid. And you got to remember, there's no cell phones. There's nothing.
And you wasn't about to call your mom and tell you, hey, Mom?
Hell no.
Guess what?
I heard somebody talking about this the other day. So I'll hit you like this. Would you have a problem if anybody asked me for your phone number and I just gave it to them?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because you don't know what the fuck they want. I don't know what the fuck they want.
What about your address too?
It's a bad idea.
Why?
Bro, my family don't come to my house without calling first. Let some motherfuckers show up at my door. They're like, hey, we trying to reunite. No, we not. Shit. You need to call and schedule an appointment.
So you would have a problem if somebody, even if I did not know them, say, hey, you know Mingo Lopez?
That's even more real. Like, why would you...
Yeah, here's his number.
Why would you give my shit to a stranger?
Okay, the reason I asked this is because what they mentioned was, that's what the phone book was back in the day.
Yeah.
Anybody who had a phone, you grabbed his phone book, look up their last name, they gave them the address, they gave them your phone number.
Shit, that's the internet now, though. They don't need you. They can find all my shit on the internet, bro.
Can they? No.
Dude, I had a boss when I was working in Hayward. He wanted me to get business cards as a manager for the store. I said, I'll get them, but you're not putting my last name on them. He said, why? I said, let me ask you a question. Have I ever been to your house? No. Have you ever introduced me to your wife? No. How about your children? Nope. All right. I turn around. Within 5 minutes on the internet, your address is such and such and such and such. You're married to such and she's this old. Your son's name is this and he's this old. You have a daughter and this is how old she is. She goes to such and such high school. Your son just graduated and is going to such and such college. I said, how the fuck did you find all that shit out? It's on the internet, bro. Everything's fucking on there. I don't want somebody where I'm going and knocking on their door for some money and I gotta take their shit coming to my house because they got drunk one night and got pissed off and wanted to talk to me about their fucked up account. It's not gonna work out very well. It was all right.
But I get what you mean by giving a perfect stranger my phone number and address.
Hell yeah.
But again, dude, that's what the white pages was all about.
Yeah, but you gotta remember though, like, you're talking an era where, before 23andMe,
right?
Before, like people that were going to be looking for you for some shit like that could come knocking on your door or can come find you that way. You know what I'm saying? But fuck, everything's on the internet now too. Like Facebook, you put all your shit out on what's the other one? Instagram, TikTok, on all that shit. So if people want to, they're gonna find you. They don't need to ask nobody nothing about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that there's on the internet there's a reverse phone number lookup. So let's say all I have is your phone number. So let's say, hey, you know Tony Pacheco? Yeah. Hey, do you have his phone number? Yeah, it's so and so. Cool. You know where he lives? Nah, bro. But that's his number. You can get a hold of him. Cool. All right. I go home, go to Ladybug, I think is what it's called. Go to that website. I can put in your phone number and do a reverse search. It'll give me your address.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I bet you if I put in your name and Cathedral City, it'll give me your business name, your phone number for the business, all the shit that I need to find you through your business name.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
But that's the white pages.
That's the world we live in, right?
You know, my mom, when I bought my first house, so you figured 1996 maybe, 97, yeah, 96. I went to the Day Festival and got this. I still have it. It's on my barbecue. It says the Pachecos established 1996.
Right.
And I got that from the Day Festival, and I had put it. I used to have this really big flower pot, actually a plant pot,
okay,
by my front door, and I put it right there, so it's right by the front door. And my mom would get pissed, saying that I should take that down because you don't want people knowing, that you live there, because they'll break in.
Right.
And I was like, what do you mean? How is them knowing my last name going to cause them to break in? And she came up with this story, kid. I just started laughing. She goes, what they're going to do is they're going to go to the payphone. They're going to grab the phone book and they're going to look up your last name and they're going to call the house, my house. And if I don't answer, they're going to come back and break in because that meant that I wasn't home. And I was like, oh my goodness, Ma, you're killing me over here.
You could be right. But that's how they had to do shit back then.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what I mean? It's surveillance and shit. Motherfuckers sitting out front of your house waiting for you to go do your pool route. Marking your times and knowing what time you're coming home. Yeah, because I remember my dad, we'd be in town or something. Hey, is your name so and so? Right there, push me to who the fuck's asking. Who wants to know? Oh, no, yeah, no, that ain't me. Are you sure? I know who I am. All right, sir, my bad. And then they leave alone, but I was like, man, what are you afraid of? Like, who are you afraid of? Who is coming knocking on your door, Dad? What's really going on? What are you worried about? The trip, dude. That old man used to fucking make me laugh. He used to watch shit like nobody's business, dude. Holy shit. He used to carry a machete in his trunk. What do you need a fucking machete for, Dad? You're fucking 75 years old. Oh, just in case I gotta cut down a tree. Okay, Dad. Too fucking funny, the old man. So, are you gonna go watch Bert Kreischer's new movie or not?
I'm not gonna go and watch it if it pops up on my home television via one of my apps or a Fire Stick.
Bootleg Fire Stick. I think it's gonna come out on Peacock.
Is it? Oh, nice.
My bad. All right. Do you have any shout-outs to do this week?
Yeah.
What you got?
I've got my buddy Rick Henson, Friday, June 2nd. Is his birthday.
So, is he 52?
Yep. He'll be 52 years old, so happy birthday, Rick.
Happy birthday, Rick.
My cousin Deborah, her birthday's Sunday, the 4th. So happy birthday, Deborah.
Happy birthday.
And another high school buddy, Raul. His birthday is Tuesday the 6th. He'll be 52 as well.
Happy birthday, Raul.
And that's it for this week.
Wow, not a lot of things going on in June, huh?
No. When's 9 months before June?
So June is 6th, so that'd be September?
September?
October?
September, October. Yeah, not a lot going on in September, October, I guess.
It's that changeover going into Halloween.
Well, you would think there'd be a lot going on because kids are going back to school. It's like, oh, yeah.
Right?
They got to go to bed early.
I think it's more like, finally they're in fucking school.
Remember those commercials like for Office Depot? Just when around September, it'll be they play that Christmas song. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh yeah,
and it's got parents going down the aisles buying school supplies.
Wow, how times have changed, bro. Do you remember those times, like your mom going to, and she would, but that's what's so different. Like back then, like they had pencils and they had paper and they had crayons and they had all the shit that you needed in school. Now they send you home with a fucking list.
Yeah.
Or a demand notice. Hey, make sure you get all of this, and if you have extra money, make sure that you send extra supplies.
And like the teachers, I remember in elementary school, the teachers would be like, we'll take Kleenexes, we'll take any extra pens, pencils, crayons, if you guys want to buy some and donate them to the class. And we used to do all that stuff.
I remember we were at Walmart and they saw me do this. The kids saw me do this. She was a young teacher, and she had a basket full of shit that she was buying to help the kids out in their class. You know what I mean? Like folders and papers and all these things and blah blah blah. And I was watching her. I said, "Hey, are you a teacher?" Yeah. I handed her $100. I was like, here, let me help you buy the stuff for the kids. I said, it's not their fault that they don't have it, and it's not your responsibility either. We should be able to help you guys out to make sure the kids are getting a good education, and we appreciate you or whatnot. And this was like my kids were like, I don't think Milo was here yet. I think. But Sebastian was, and Milo was with me that day too, but he wasn't going to school here yet. And I was like, I don't even know if they went to her fucking district or whatever, but it was like, fucking help her out, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's so shitty that they can't even, they have to go to school and they have to buy supplies for all the kids. Like, come on, man. What are our taxes for, Tony?
You didn't get her number?
Nah, bro, I wasn't rolling like that. I was just trying to be helpful, bro. I was just trying to be helpful, bro. I wasn't trying to come up. But hey, guys, thank you so much for listening, and we'll check you out next week.